So this is a mural that's common at a lot of our coffee shops. And so this first here on the left, that's Arturo.
Shane Bierster's journey in business started as a student at Mercer University.
I started Z-Beans after a Mercer on mission trip the summer of 2016. So we went down to Ecuador to see if coffee was a viable alternative to gold mining.
He took a Spanish class and an economic class while studying abroad. That's where he met Arturo. Arturo toured him around the country, introducing him to coffee farmers in the area.
Agriculture in Ecuador really is life.
They left that first trip with the conclusion that they couldn't supply enough coffee in just that one town. But the mission wasn't over yet. After countless weekly conversations with his tour guide turned friend, the idea of exporting coffee not just from one town, but from many was born. His journey started with coffee only, but that wasn't enough for Shane. While the coffee business was doing well, it only provided work for the local residents once a year.
And so what I wanted to do is try to find a way to create daily jobs. And what I landed on was chocolate. My focus has been, since building Z-Beans, is to make one thing a non-negotiable, and that is that we're going to pay our farmers really well for the hard work that they're putting in to produce quality product.
And in January of 2020, they opened their own chocolate processing facility in Zaruma, the namesake, or rather where the Z in Z-Beans comes from.
We do all of the processing, at the chocolate factory. Just like our coffee, we buy from small farmers throughout Ecuador, and we process it down and refine it to 1 kilogram blocks. And so these 1 kilo blocks are 100% chocolate, so very strong, very bitter, but we then take that down and melt it down into our chocolate sauce.
The process is similar to that of coffee, taking weeks for the cacao beans to dry.
But once you remove the nibs from the mazorca, it'll have the same kind of viscous substance around it, and then you can actually suck on them, and it's really sweet, or it can be kind of sour, depending on the variety of the chocolate. You'll allow it to ferment in huge vats, and then put them on drying beds so they could completely dry out. Just like coffee, it'll have this chaff that'll come off of it, and so you want to willow away and remove all of the chaff, and then once you have that, you're able to just crush down the cocoa nibs, and you crush them, blow out all the chaff that remains, crush more, blow out the chaff that remains, and then run it through a grinder, and we just keep grinding it until it starts separating the ground nibs versus the cocoa butter. The butter is a liquid form that'll come out with the chocolate. From there, Arturo will put them into molds, and then from the molds we'll allow them to harden.
They export the chocolate to the U.S. in big coolers. It's important for the chocolate to be very hard before its trip to the States so it doesn't arrive in a big melted mess.
Once it gets here, we'll freeze the kilos of chocolate down and then put them into our mixture that we have for our sauce. We bottle it up and then distribute it directly to our coffee shops.
They use that chocolate sauce in their mochas and hot chocolates.
Our mochas and hot chocolates definitely taste different than what other coffee shops may offer. But it's something that I'm proud of, and a difference that I was willing to withstand because I know the hard work and the quality of the product that we're able to push out.
Don't just take his word for it. Try a mocha or hot chocolate yourself at one of the several Z-Beans locations in Georgia.